Welcome to the newest edition of The Insider, the ongoing video series that keeps you up to date on all things IPW. I am the voice of IPW, J-Rod. IPW Warzone took place in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It began with arguably the most deserving champion we've ever had, Michiana champion TDG. TDG thanked the fans for their overwhelming support, and despite having a rematch scheduled with Frederick Bison on April 26th at Off the Chain, TDG wanted to offer an opportunity to someone who impressed him at Whiteout, CJ Cole. After pushing Josh Raymond to the absolute limit, CJ Cole was more than capable of fighting for the Michiana title, and this would take place in our main event. In our first thought of the evening, Josh Raymond took on the Colonel of Clapping Cheeks, LaDon Sanders. Having not been pinned since 2021, Josh Raymond is building a ton of momentum, and this would be no different as he picked up another W. Since stabbing Terry Van Avery in the back at War on the Shore, Raymond has found consistency. The 24-karat lion, Jeremiah Goldmain, had an offer for an athlete who had impressed him lately, Hexus. Goldmain offered a chance to join the Gold team as long as Hexus could impress in a hardcore match with KC Tempest. This match was our Patreon exclusive, and it was violent. Join our Patreon now to see it for yourself. In the third match of the night, we had a callback to the last time we were in Kalamazoo. Terry Van Avery took on Big Jorge. Van Avery has been on the worst slump of his career, losing match after match since losing the title match to Jamal King at War on the Shore, then being betrayed by Josh Raymond. Terry Van Avery broke the string of bad luck with a huge rock-bottom-like maneuver and a 3 count on Big Jorge. Following the match, Van Avery said he was contemplating retirement. His best friend betrayed him, and he became obsessed with revenge that he would seemingly never get. He has decided, however, to try to go back and right some of the wrongs he has had this year. He said the start was Big Jorge, and Dre Jacobs was next on his list. Van Avery will battle Dre Jacobs once again on Saturday, April 26th at Off the Chain. A debuting pair of hot prospects, Doc Simmons and Zach Hendricks, known as Country Air, just joined the booming IPW Tag Team division and signed on to challenge the current champions, Real Hype, Jimmy Shalwin, and Mondo Real. This match will surely make the end of the year awards, as it was a contender for the 2023 Match of the Year. While they were IPW newcomers, Country Air were no strangers to high-level tag team competition, and they pushed Real Hype to the brink. An underrated quality of a crafty veteran is how wise and creative they can be, as it was a brilliantly timed leverage maneuver by Jimmy Shalwin that would finally put an end to this amazing match. Afterwards, the two teams would share a few beers in the celebration of a fantastic contest. But still, our IPW Tag Team Champions, Real Hype. Jeremiah Nazareth, Thomas Bailey, and Max Morrison made their way to the ring and were met with mixed reactions from the audience. Boos for Nazareth and Bailey, cheers for Morrison. After Max Morrison has grown a backbone and finally stood up to Jeremiah Nazareth, fans desperately want to see Morrison leave the Forgotten and head to greener pastures. Jeremiah Nazareth gave Thomas Bailey a chance to prove himself in singles competition as he helped arrange a match between Bailey and Chad Alpha. Before the match could begin, they were interrupted by IPW's newest high-profile signee, Chris Moore. A behemoth of a man, everything about Chris Moore was intimidating. Moore inserted himself into the match, making it a triple threat, and Moore was able to dominate his way to an impressive debut victory. A pissed-off Jeremiah Nazareth blamed Bailey's failure on Max Morrison, stating that there was a moment in the match where Morrison could have helped Thomas Bailey, but chose not to. Jeremiah threatened Max Morrison that he would have the choice to either leave the Forgotten or fight for his spot. Nazareth then tried to humiliate Morrison again by making Morrison kneel for a chair shot. Morrison declined and finally attacked Jeremiah Nazareth. A match began and Max Morrison was all over Nazareth from start to finish. Despite periodic interference from Thomas Bailey, Max Morrison was able to overcome Jeremiah Nazareth and pick up a huge and shocking victory. Immediately after the match, Jeremiah Nazareth made ridiculous claims that he held back because he just wanted to see some fight from Max Morrison. Morrison fell for the cult leader's nonsense and the two embraced in the center of the ring. Just as we thought Max Morrison was finally ready to see the light, Jeremiah Nazareth pulled him back in once more and made Max Morrison once again bend to the will of Nazareth. Bedrick Bison was displeased with TDG's decision to defend the title and said it was stupid. Bison was scheduled to compete in a match as well, but didn't put his title shot on the line as he took on Hua Ming. Ming has had a couple of great matches, but has yet to find real success here in IPW. Unfortunately for him, Bedrick Bison hit that nasty spinning neckbreaker and put Hua Ming away, giving himself lots of momentum going into the big title rematch at Off the Chain on August 26th. During the next portion of the show, we were greeted by a returning Davison Sarai. The former IPW Women's Champion, who held the title for nearly a year, came to the ring to declare herself the next challenger for Stella Buho's crown. Stella would answer the challenge, and it would be the stiffest test of her career to date. No matter, Stella Buho proved she is the best women's champion IPW has ever seen as she took out the former champion and solidified her spot on top. Our main event was finally underway. Two of the best athletes on the roster going at it for the Michiana Championship. Challenger CJ Cole and champion TDG. These two put on one of the best matches of the year, and in the end, it was TDG who defended the title successfully. But it was CJ Cole who earned the respect and admiration of the IPW faithful. Following the match, Bedrick Bison blindsided both CJ Cole and TDG with a chain. Bison mercilessly strangled TDG with the chain and posed with the belt. This introduction of the chain has led to matchmakers coming up with a great idea, and our main event at IPW Off the Chain for Saturday, August 26th in Lansing, Michigan will be Bedrick Bison versus TDG for the IPW Michiana Championship in a dog collar match. That concludes this edition of The Insider. Join us on Saturday, August 26th at Royal Scott in Lansing, Michigan as IPW presents Off the Chain.